Uh, the Six-Day War. Possibly one of the most renowned wars in modern-day history. However, what really isn't talked about in the Six-Day War is how it affected the civilians on both sides. Both the civilians of Israel and the civilians of Palestine. In this video, I will be talking about how the Six-Day War affected the side of Palestine, as opposed to the many others that I have found on Israel. Seeing how Israel was the first to strike on air bases, the civilians of Palestine didn't really know what to do. In an interview with NPR, Dowden said, "I remember when the war started, all of the shooting. Our family didn't have a shelter. We didn't know where to go or what to do. Our neighbors started talking about hiding in the cave in an orchard that was right over there, not far from our house." She then went on to say, "Afraid and hungry, our family and 6 other families jammed it into a tiny cave while the fighting raged on around them." This kind of showed how the war affected the civilians, as they didn't really know what was going on or who was even fighting. So they were extremely afraid of this, and it was completely traumatized. In fact, Dowden wasn't the only one to experience this. Many others experienced this horror, but on many varying levels. Some were captured and taken away. Others were killed as they were seen as resistance. But all in all, the Palestinian civilians had it pretty rough in terms of treatment. Even today, many Palestinian civilians aren't really sure if that Israel will leave them alone in West Bank. And they are kind of iffy about if their land is going to get taken away by Israel, even though Israel really doesn't have the authority to do that, seeing how West Bank is technically part of Palestine. But let me hear what you guys have to say about it. Should Israel be condemned for having all of these random civilian areas pop up, even though it's not correct? Or is this legal, and that Israel can do whatever they want? Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.